Hola, estudiantes. It's Mrs. Santiago here, and today we're going to be looking at how to build good Spanish sentences and the ideas behind noun adjective agreement. So I'm in your OneNote, chapter 2, page 8, building sentences, noun adjective agreement. I'm going to eliminate the table of contents, and as you can see, I'm going to pop the video when it's done right into that blank spot, but I want to start with the information page to the right. So I'm going to make it big so we can look at this page first. So noun adjective agreement. Spanish adjectives have both gender and number. Adjectives must match the noun they describe in both gender and number. So over here, I just like this little video where it says gato and then gata. And then it takes el and pequeño, and then el meaning he. El es pequeño meaning the cat, or you could say el gato es pequeño. And you can start to see that gato, masculine singular, is taking pequeño, which is masculine singular. When we switch to la gata, gata determines that it's la. It will also be determining that it takes s, singular third person of the verb ser, and then pequeña. So you can see el gato pequeño became la gata pequeña. Okay, let's look at the example to the right. La muchacha es alta. You can see by what's underlined that la muchacha alta all end in an A, which makes them feminine singular. Los niños creativos. You can see that those are all masculine plural. Okay, it'll make more sense as we go on. So let's look at the next part. The adjectives on the ending on an adjective agrees with the noun it describes in both gender and number. Masculine, feminine, singular, plural. If the noun is masculine, the adjective must be masculine. If the noun is feminine, the adjective must be feminine. And here are two more examples. So really what I was doing was this. Okay. Here are two more examples. El barco es grande. That's a signo, right? The boat is big. Barco is boat. El barco. There, I'll draw you a small one. El barco es grande. Los barcos son grandes. Notice that when this changes, everything changes. So, if you notice, this went plural, the noun, boats, changed el to los, changed est to son, and the adjective had to take an S, grandes. So, el barco es grande, E is for everybody, but then when you make it plural, you add the S. Let's get the next one. Mi hermana es tímida. Again, the A and the A match. Hermana, tímida. As soon as this goes plural, though, hermanas, tímida has to go to tímidas. Okay. The chart below shows the 4 adjective possibilities. Remember, adjectives that end in an E are for everybody. No change to an O or an A at the end. Just leave the E as it is. Examples would be inteligente or fuerte. Okay, intelligent, strong. The same is true for adjectives that end in a consonant. So you're going to see that like débil in the video, which means weak. Débil works for a woman or a man, masculine or feminine. So here's some examples. When you have the adjectives that end in an O, and we learn them in the masculine singular, so all the ones that we learned like alto, comico, those are all going to end in an O. And that means that adjective has 4 forms. Example, serio. Serio, seria, serios, serias. So 4 ways. Take comico. Comico, comica, comicos, comicas. Okay. Paciente ends in an E, patient. Are you a patient person? Paciente and paciente, because E is for everybody. We're not changing it. So E is masculine singular and feminine singular. When we go to the plural for these, we're just going to add an S. Pacientes, pacientes. Trabajador is special, right? Trabajador, trabajadora. We have to add an A for the feminine singular. But then in the plural, trabajador goes to trabajadores, masculine plural, and trabajadoras, feminine plural. Joven is like débil. Joven stays the same because it's ending in a consonant. And then jóvenes. Only two ways for that one, just like paciente. Okay, so as we build our sentences, you will notice that the noun controls everything. The noun determines the definite article, the form of the verb, and the gender and number ending of the adjective. Okay, here is your example. El goes with, so cuaderno is masculine and singular. Cuaderno determines the definite article to go el, and it's going to determine rosado with an ending. Now, el cuaderno rosado is the pink notebook, but if we wanted to say the notebook is pink, the verb would also be controlled by the noun. Okay, I hope that part works. We're going to go over to the left and make some notes here together. So, building Spanish sentences. When you build sentences in Spanish, the subject, verb, and information all have to match in both. We just talked about this. Gender and number. That means singular, plural, masculine, or feminine. Let's look at this example sentence. El oso es gordo. Talking about this little guy here. Everything in the sentence matches the subject. What is the subject? Is it el oso es or gordo? Well, who is the subject of the sentence is what is the sentence is about. It's about this guy. So how do we say bear? That's right, oso. So we're just going to put oso here. The verb is el oso es gordo. Think subject, verb, information. So what's the verb in the sentence? That's right. The verb is es. The definite article would be what? It goes in front of the noun. So here it would be el. El is el masculine or feminine? El is masculine. Is el singular or plural? El is singular. Good job. The adjective is gordo, which means fat. He is a fat little bear. It matches the subject because it has the same ending, right? Because we can see oso, gordo. Okay, that is the first part. Let's go to the second part. Before we start building good sentences, let's review the pieces of the sentences. There are 4 definite articles in Spanish, and they all mean the word. Let me switch colors since we're switching sections. Okay, they all mean the. What are those 4? Okay, the 4 are, okay, we have el and los, la and las. Okay, let's go ahead and do these. I'm going to do just 3, and then you have 6 to do on your own. So muchachos ends in an OS. So I'm going to look over here and look for something that matches. Masculine plural, los muchachos. Señor, tricky, ends in an R. So I'm going to have to apply loners. Right, that's masculine. Or Dionza. Okay, well, it ends in an R, and I'm going to make it masculine, so it's L. I should also remember that it means man, and men are masculine. Profesora ends in an A. That makes it a la. La profesora. So you have to finish hombre, perros, niñas, muchacha, estudiantes, femenina, meaning it's female students, and amigo. Okay, to build good descriptive sentences, we need the verb. What verb have we been working with? There's only one. Ser. Ser means to be. So when we conjugate it out, it should be soy, eres, es, somos, and son. So yo soy, tú eres, él, ella, usted es, any one person or thing, es. Nosotros somos, vosotros sois, and ellos, ellas, ustedes son. Any two or more people or two or more things that does not include you. Think about the little video with the song. Soy, eres, es, somos, son. Soy, 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 eres, es, somos, son. Soy, eres, es, somos, son. Soy, 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 eres, es, somos, son. Don't get me started. I could keep going. Okay, while we're building these sentences, the next thing we want to review are the adjectives themselves. So let's see if you can remember some of these adjectives. Okay, which one do you know? I bet you can get the one in the middle. That guy is romantico. Romantico. What about the guy right below him? Well, there's actually two words. I would either use atletico, or maybe activo. Ah, the prince and the princess. I hope you remember this one starts with a G. That's right, guapo. And to say pretty, we start with a B. Remember Barbie was this? It kind of makes me think of the rhyme. Barbie is bonita. Barbie bonita. Pretty Barbie. Okay, the guy laying on the blue couch, he is feeling lazy. Perezoso. And then Albert Einstein is intelligente. You know that you have a big, long list, but this was just to get you to review 6 of them a little bit. Now that we've reviewed each individual piece of a good Spanish descriptive sentence, we're going to practice working with them new sentences in both singular and plural to make it match. So the singular sentence is about one bear, and it says el oso es gordo. Now, when you want to make it plural about two bears, what do? Well, all 4 words have to change. Okay, all of them. Okay, so we're going to start with the beginning of the sentence, actually the subject. So how do we make oso plural to match those 2 bears? We're going to make it osos. Now, osos is going to control everything. It's going to control the definite article. It's going to control the verb change. And it's going to control the adjective. Okay, so what does el become in the plural? El becomes los osos. Well, now we're not talking about one bear we want to say the bears are. How do we say are? Look up at your chart. It should be son. Now we want to take the word gordo and make it match more than one bear. How do we make an adjective plural? Well, if it has a vowel, we're just going to add an S, gordos. Los osos son gordos. Okay, muy bien. Now you have to write a few sentences. I will do the first one with you. Okay, we have to name her first. So let's try to name her. What is she? I would either say, I'm going to say La Niña for space. La Niña. Is it S or son? How many people are we talking about? That's right, just one. So La Niña S. Okay, she got an A plus on her paper. So I'm going to say she is inteligente. Remember, what I like about inteligente, E is for everybody, so I don't need to change the ending. So you've got a group of little athletes. You've got a man that it looks like he is not overly ambitious. Oh, and then you've got 2 dogs. He found a match. Now, on the bottom, we have a challenge. It says challenge, challenge, talk about yourself. Think about how your subject is going to change, which is then going to change your verb, and your adjective. All right, guys, we'll talk about this more in class. Hasta luego.